Babe, I have a question for you. Came to me yesterday. I'm kind of curious as your thoughts on it. Basically, the question went like this. If you could change one thing about the house, what would it be?
The countertops.
Okay, so the countertops.
Oh, and we've been talking about that fireplace outside. I would really like that. That would be awesome.
That is also a big ticket item, which I like, and that's awesome, and that would be fantastic. But if we were wanting to sell the house, what would it be? And if it wasn't the big ticket items and we didn't want to spend that money because we're not going to live here anymore. You know what? Never mind. I figured it out. All good. I figured it out. I got somebody I'll talk to, but I gotta get ready for work. I'll see you in a little bit.
Oh, there you go. Why are you looking at me?
Here we go now.
We're over here with Nikki. I'm gonna go in and see if we can go ahead and talk to her about this question. She's gonna be the best person that's gonna be able to answer it for us. What's up?
Hey, Derek, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Come on in.
Awesome. What's up?
Hey, Derek. Thanks
Hey.
for coming over.
Oh, absolutely. So I have a question that was brought to us, and I thought you'd probably be the best person to ask, primarily because of what you do. But essentially, I have a lot of clients that come to me. This was a question that we ended up getting online, but I have clients that will come to me and say, hey, I need to figure out what I need to do to my house to get it ready to sell, whether it's I need to do updates or whatever. But what do you think are the best things to do to get your house ready to sell?
Well, Derek, that's a loaded question. You can go from, just cleaning off your refrigerator fingerprints to a full reno. But obviously we want to save money and we want to be time effective. So let's just look around this kitchen right now.
Sure.
I have 3 kids. We have a zoo, cats, dogs, all the works here.
Yeah.
This is my fridge. And look at all of these fingerprints on my very nice refrigerator.
It can't be because you have multiple children.
No, definitely not from the kids. It's just my husband, I'm sure. So what I would recommend doing is just cleaning your refrigerator. Make it look clean. This is cute to you because you're like, oh, my little boy, he was getting his milk out. But that's not cute to someone else who's coming over.
Gotcha.
And you'll notice my kids try to climb the shelves here, and I'm used to it. I don't even notice anymore. But this used to go here. So it 0% affects me, but a buyer's gonna come in and be like, they're missing their handle on their fridge. So just take the time to do the little things you haven't done yet. And cats. You might hear my cat meowing. My house is a perfect example of what not to do when you're about to sell. So follow me this way. So when you have a showing or if you're about to do an open house, hide all proof of animals. Right now, this is the dog's food. Their food bowl, my pillows, my books are stacked up. It's decently organized looking, but this is not aesthetically pleasing to anybody.
Gotcha.
And I wouldn't even think, if I said, kids, go clean up that room, I'd be like, perfect, they cleaned it up. But this isn't appealing to a buyer. So if you want, we can stage this little area real quick.
Sure.
Can I give you a before and after?
Yeah, I'll hold your cup.
Awesome. All right, this is what we did. So this is just a normal day in our house. And you saw the before of this room that my kids are in 1 hour ago. So what we did is, right here, we had all the dog food. We picked it up. So there's no dog food, kind of attempted to wipe down any smudges. Over here on the couch where the pillow was folded, or the blanket was folded and the pillow was on top of it, we just threw the blanket over the couch and then made the pillows look good. And another really cool tip, if your pillows aren't super firm, this is a firm pillow, karate chop them. Literally, karate chop them and it looks fancy. So, karate chop the pillows. If you come over here, we had a stack of books and some paper. I literally took the paper cover off of these books and stacked 2 and put a white little flower I got at Ross for $10. This is interesting. So if you're going to keep something small out like knickknacks, we say if you have 3 of anything the same. Like if you had a collection of pigs, or you had a lot of people like the cow stuff that's going on right now. 3 or more is a collection. We don't want to see your collection. But we do want to see is collections of random things that are bigger than a basketball. So this picture of a dog, which is my dog, but it could be anyone's dog. This little jar in a book, it makes together the size of a basketball. And that's not going to be as distracting to a buyer when they come into your house. They just see that, it's something big and it fills the space and it's pretty. So that's a little tip. Small things, get rid of them unless you can put them together and they equal the size of a basketball or more.
This is awesome.
Do you want to hear
yeah,
it? Okay.
I would like to hear it.
So we took up all proof of animals. Dog food, it's gone. We'll feed them later on tonight. They'll be fine until then.
Right.
Over here, we threw a blanket across the couch and we just made the pillows look pretty. And
you,
then,
and you had this blanket.
yeah, it was literally folded up
It
right
was
here.
folded.
And these were on top of it. Then you're gonna be really impressed. We karate chopped the pillow.
That's how.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do. Can you hold that
Yeah,
for a
I'll
second?
hold it.
Let's just see what happens. Should I open it up just a little
Well,
bit?
yeah, no, yep, there you go.
Okay, and then waka, waka, waka.
You're pretty much an interior designer now, Derek. So over here, like this is literally, we do life here every single day. This
Sure.
is not a stage
You live
house.
here. I
You
get
live
it.
here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like all of these things are just things that you live here, you obviously do life here, but it's simple stuff. You're staging with your current
Things.
belongings.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you have to go and buy a ton of
No.
things at Home Goods, which
No.
by the way, just opened in Murfreesboro. It's fantastic.
It is wonderful.
But just in general, like you can literally just declutter. That's almost like
Absolutely.
the biggest thing to do.
And if you don't, a general rule, if you're not going to use it in the next 6 months, pack it up because you're going to have to pack it up anyways.
That's a good point.
Then if you come over here, you will also see this Happy Summer. It's now like almost fall, so I should definitely change that. But if you were going to have pictures taken in a house, like your MLS photos, you'll take a picture of that and that dates it. So let's say the house doesn't sell and in a higher price point house, they generally sit on the market a little bit longer. This is going to date, so let's say it's Halloween and the
Okay.
pictures on MLS has a sign that says Happy Summer.
It seems like the house hasn't
And that
sold.
seems like, why is the house still
Wow.
sitting there?
I'd have never thought
little
about that
things,
ever.
Like if there's Christmas decor, fall decor, and you want it to be super neutral. Here's a few more extra helpful tips for you. So the buyer has already made their decision, or your potential buyer, in the first 15 seconds of looking at your house, just from your outside curb appeal and then your foyer area. So in your foyer, you want it to look nice and clean, and this isn't necessarily perfect right now, but you want it to look very warm and inviting. Naturally, if there's anything that breaks up the way you naturally would look at a book or anything, you know, just a scene, it's gonna send little vibes through your body that you might not even realize are being sent through your body. It's like, man, this might not be the one. So for instance, you read left to right. So if you walk into a house and you have your heaviest, darkest item in the back left corner, that's gonna draw your eye to the back left corner, and you're naturally gonna view that property or that room like you would read. So it feels good and it feels natural and you're sending good vibes through it. So if you have a big piece of heavy furniture, back left corner is the place to do it. All right, Derek, so you're at a client's house and they live in their living room.
Right.
That's where your dogs hang out, so your kids hang out, where you hang out. So you're gonna have a generally soft carpets in here and pillows and couches, things that are gonna hold on to smells.
Okay.
So the great thing to do with that is to open up your windows for a few hours a day, or I'm sorry, about 15 minutes a day, but open up a few windows just to let some fresh air in.
Right.
Get the smell of the animals out, because it's like you like the Febreze commercials.
Febreze, yeah.
You go nose blind.
Febreze.
Like that. You go nose blind.
Yeah.
And you don't notice the smells. But then on your couch, people like threes or odd numbers for some reason. It's just more aesthetically pleasing. So if you have throw pillows, which can add so much flavor to a room, do them in sets of threes with the karate chop, of course.
Waka. No, of course.
Hang pictures in sets of threes or fives, just odd numbers. Odd numbers are way more appealing to people than even numbers for some reason.
Interesting.
Well, Derek,
Yeah.
that's all I got for you.
I love it. Well, I think we've gotten a lot of information. I think everybody's going to understand a lot more on how to stage their home without buying hundreds
Absolutely.
of thousands of dollars that they don't need to spend. Instead, just use the current things they have in their house, and the tips that you've given have been great. I think it's awesome. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
And thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming over, Derek.
Good seeing you.
See you later.
Well, that was some really good information. I feel like we got a lot packed in there. I know it was a lot, but I want to kind of recap with you a few of the things that you can do at home just to kind of get your place ready to sell without having to spend a ton of money. We went over cleanup. We went over staging with your current or your current home belongings. So for instance, pillows, don't ever forget the karate chop. You gotta karate chop the pillow. With the decluttering, that's kind of what I feel like is the most informative piece of this whole thing. Is a lot of people live in their homes. Go figure. So you have all of this junk, and it's not really junk, it's your stuff, but just this stuff, for lack of a better term, that you just need to move out of the way. Nikki did great over at Middle Tennessee Staging. I thank her for allowing us to come into her home, but man, I'm telling you what, you need a stager. That's the one you need to go with. Rewatch this episode over and over again. I hope it's some good content for you. I'm here to help you guys honestly make the best decision when it comes to the most, sometimes biggest investment of your entire lives. Look forward to seeing you next week on our next episode.